Alright guys, welcome back to the first update on 95E, which may become the next tropical storm or tropical depression of the 2022 Eastern Pacific season. And this storm does have a lot of potential to become a tropical storm, as conditions are definitely conducive for tropical development. Currently, with wind speeds of 30 miles per hour, that is 26 knots, a pressure of 1,009 millibars, it is moving west-northwest at 15 miles per hour as of this latest update, brought to you by Curtis Simplified. So take a look at the NHC forecast page. You can see that one there, 30% 95E, that is, and it has a 30%. That is in the next 2 days, but in the next 5 days, this thing has a 70% chance of formation. Bonnie is, of course, dying off in the Eastern Pacific. It did have one more peak of Category 2 from my estimates. It did do some insane intensification, and did get back up to Category 2 for a brief amount of time, but that is nowhere near Category 2 anymore from my estimates. That is now a high-end tropical storm, but yeah, right now the main focus, 95E, could become the next storm. Take a look at the model intensity guidances and you can see tropical storm pretty much majority right now, and it looks like this thing will get to at least tropical depression. The only one that's not calling for a tropical storm is CTC2 right now. They're going all the way down, expecting gradual weakening to happen, which could happen, but generally I don't think that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure this thing will become the next name system, and if it would do that, it would get the name of Derby. Take a look at the GFS ensembles and you can see the great variety really here. You can see the track is sort of uncertain, but the GFS ensembles, most of the ensembles are expecting predictions of at least below 1,000 millibars and 1,005 millibars, which would be enough to classify it as a tropical storm, just not enough to call it a tropical depression or storm yet. However, it is pretty close, pretty near to tropical depression. However, the LLC is not that defined yet. However, it may become very defined. Take a look at the IR imagery and you can see insane convection in the middle. I believe it is around 15 to 14 kilometers high, which is pretty good for, especially a storm in the Eastern Pacific. That is pretty decent for the time of year as well. And it has got a majority of that. Pretty well sophisticated now in the storm. And it does actually have really good lower level rotation, actually really good lower level rotation. As of now, and the upper level rotation you actually can't see, that's because it needs to get more organized, but yeah, very good lower level rotation. All that convection is covering the lower level rotation right now, but yeah, lower level rotation is very good, especially for an invest system. Take a look at the visible imagery just as the sun rises over the Eastern Pacific, and you can see, like I said, that convection really bubbling up, minus 70 degrees, which is very good. Earlier, it was actually getting all the way up to minus 80 degrees Celsius, which is very cold. Yeah, so the storm is looking pretty decent right now. Lower level rotation, like I said, is pretty good as well. Upper level rotation, not that good, but it will start to get better once the storm becomes more organized, which it will get more organized in around 1 to 2 days time, where the chances of development, I'm pretty sure, will start to go up. And I feel like the NHC should give this at least a 40 to 50% chance. I don't think they're being too generous here. However, if I'm being generous, this should be around 40 to 50% chance for the next 2 days. And like I said, really good rotation and really good convection bubbling up. However, I'm expecting that convection to wane as the sun has risen over the Eastern Pacific, as storms usually do bubble up more convection when it is nighttime, of course. But yeah, that convection will most likely be waning. Take a look at the true colours in that imagery and you can see the storm is pretty, it's a moderate size, I'd say, yeah, it is looking pretty decent. However, it has got sort of a rectangular shape right now, which is not too great, but it is expected to not keep that shape for too long. It is expected to organise within the next 1 to 2 days. We could be seeing a high percentage chance of a storm forming in the Eastern Pacific, and it could potentially get named and become Derby. Anyway, thank you for watching this update on 95E. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next update. Peace out.